أهلاً وسهلاً. I'm so happy to have here a very special guest, Madam Namita Lal from India in our third episode, Indian Cinema and Saudi Film Festival. Hello, Madam.
Hello, Nورس.
عمر इकतालीस
महमूद बोल रहा हूँ हैप्पी
टू माता का
Hello, we are happy to have you here and to talk about your film. You have a film here in the festival. It's called Three.
Country of Blind.
Yeah. Please tell me about the film, what you can tell the public who will see the film after and goes to cinema maybe, if you distribute the film here to see the film.
So Country of Blind is a very special film because it is a film adapted from a story of H.G. Wells, who's a very famous English literature writer. And he wrote the story in 1870s South America. My director, Rahat Kazmi, he's a Kashmiri. He read this story when he was 14 years old in Kashmir as part of his coursework, and he decided that when he becomes a filmmaker, he'll make this film. So it's about a valley of sightless people who've been without any sight for 600 plus years. And so they don't know what sight is, what seeing is. And then a man falls in the valley, a mountaineer, and he thinks that he will be king because everybody else has got no sight. But then he realizes that he's actually the most disabled of the lot. So the film is very metaphorical. It talks about how as human beings we live 90% of our lives is through our eyes. So how I see you, your beauty, your age, color of the skin, race, religion, materialism, everything is because we can see. If we had no sight, our hearing, our smell, our touch, our intuition would be so strong, and we would relate to each other with the heart, with the voice. We would not look around our universe in terms of material. Everything would be, we would be part of nature. So it's very metaphorical how we've created all of these things around us because we can see. So when H.G. Wells wrote it, it was metaphorical. The film is also very metaphorical. We shot it over almost a month in a very special location in Kashmir, above Srinagar, where nobody really has seen that place. It's called Dudhpatri. We created a whole village of all of us sightless people. I play a very strong woman in the valley. I have two daughters. One is Hina Khan, a famous actor, and another is Anushka Sen, who's also a very famous Indian actor. And Shoaib Nikas Shah, who's a mountaineer who falls, is a very talented actor from Kashmir. And Rahat Kazmi is from Kashmir, the director. And the rest of the group is also, a lot of them are Kashmiris. So it's a very special film. I'm the title producer, along with 5 other producers. And I'm also the actor in the film. And I was very honored to be selected or handpicked by the Saudi Film Festival for Spotlight on India. This is the only feature film that was picked by them, and we were informed about it without having really submitted the film or anything. We were informed that we want to screen it here. So honored to be here, for the film, and I hope we can show it in many halls in
I
Saudi
hope that.
in the future.
I will go to see it for sure.
Yes, it is.
And my second question, I was thinking to ask you, what is the reason that pushed you to go and produce this film? But really, I saw the excitement and the love, how you talk about the film. So maybe let's go to the next question, which is, tell me about your experience and your journey in production, because this is not your first film that you produce. How you came to this industry, why you choose to be a producer. I know it's not easy to produce films, especially those kind of films. It's not the films you can get money very easy. So let me and the audience know about that.
So I was a banker for a long time. So for almost 25 years, I was a very senior banker. But theatre was my first passion in college. So I started doing theatre. And one of the plays I did in Singapore, I did theatre in Singapore, London, India, while working in the bank. And one of the plays was being made into a film. So I got an opportunity to do the same role in a Indian film, which was being directed by the same Rahat Kazmi, who knew the director of my theatre production. So when this is a film called Lihaf, which has been written by Ismat Chugtai, who's a very famous writer of the 1940s in India. And it's a very famous story. Everybody in India kind of knows about the story. And when Rahat asked me to do this role in Behalf, I wanted to be involved in filmmaking more than just an actor. So he offered me to be part of the production team in Lihaf. So I had just opened my producing company in Singapore. So I came in as a producer because I wanted to be involved in the pre-production, the script, then the post-production marketing, and we took it to Cannes together, Rahat and I. So we had a great journey, and while I was doing Lihaf, I got another couple of stories in Kashmir. I'm not a Kashmiri, I'm from Lucknow, but I love Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir. I got a few more stories, very local, with the local football kids in Jammu, where we did a film called Football. And I decided to learn more about filmmaking, and there's nothing better to be learned than being a producer, because ultimately the producer is doing everything. So I got a chance to learn filmmaking from many different angles. So pre-development, script, shooting, camera, post-development,
So
marketing,
the whole process of
the whole thing,
yes.
recovery, which is always a challenge, releasing. But I've been lucky, most of my films have got released on good OTTs in India. And then Country of Blind will also be released in theatres in July.
Do you have returns from the films?
So most of my films have had partial returns, but there's still, the good thing about OTTs is that you keep getting some returns from OTTs themselves, airlines, festival fees, and then you can renew it. So after 2-3 years, you can sell it to another OTT. So if you're making films with passion and you're keeping the budgets controlled, then you can go towards recovery. You may not make a lot of money, but you can look at recovery. It's just important to be involved with the film and keep going with it. So that's my passion, and I love doing it. But now I'm a full-time actor, so I just enjoy doing the acting as well. So yeah.
Good. So it's like that you live from the acting and you do production with love.
I do production, and I did 5 productions. And some of my films are also on Netflix and Amazon. So all of those are there. But I also enjoy, I love being in front of the camera. So I try to do a pure actor as well now in Mumbai. And I've been very lucky. I've got some really nice films out there which are going to be released in cinemas this year. So it'll be nice.
So here you have double role.
Yes.
You have the actor. You are the actress and the producer.
Yes.
And did you get some connection here with the market, with the people from Saudi Arabia in the market? Maybe future connection, future co-production or something like that?
So just being here, I've interacted with so many people who are part of the festival. So I met, your festival director. I met people who are involved in the office. I'm also meeting somebody from the Film Commission. So, and there are so many individuals who I've spoken to. So I'm sure that there'll be some kind of interactions going forward, being the fact that Saudi is opening up to films and cinema and production. So I was in Cannes. I go there regularly. So I was there when it opened up after COVID again, 22, 23. And Saudi has the biggest pavilion. And so when I saw that in 2022, I was like, wow. Actually, I saw it in 2019. So I was like, wow. And it's becoming bigger. And everybody was talking about the Saudi pavilion. And it's fortunate I came here as well to see, and I saw the, Red Sea was covered a lot in India. A lot of my friends went to the Red Sea one. So I think it's going in the right direction, and inviting talent to come here and see this, I think it'll be successful.
So this is my last question. How you see the future of the relation between the two countries in the co-production?
Right.
What you can say about that?
So I was just talking to one of the producers here, and I said the advantage Saudi has is that Saudi and India, they both have scale. They're both big. And, Saudi has the finances, the technology, the space, the locations. India has the creative talent and also has the space and the locations and really strong people. So if the two can come together to create, I think it'll be creating magic, because Saudi, it just needs to get into the whole space of offering rebates, offering locations. Talent and skill is already here. They just have to develop it more and more. And I saw the Ayula. I think a lot of things are happening in that space where they're bringing in talent. So I think because India and Saudi have scale, in the region there are not many players who have that kind of scale in terms of being big and having the vast spaces to play around with. So I think there's a lot of possibilities for the two to come together. And and just like India Pavilion is very, very famous in Cannes. You must come to Cannes and visit. Similarly, Saudi can learn from learn from. You were there? Okay, so India Pavilion is very active and a lot of things happening. So I'd love to see the Saudi Pavilion also, creating all the creativity there. And I'm sure then there'll be a lot of interaction.
So nice. It's just in a few days. So
yes, I'm going.
Yes, you're going.
Yes.
People from Saudi going, and I think the next meeting will be there, and we are waiting for the collaboration come from this.
I will go and visit the Saudi Pavilion again this time.
It was a pleasure to have you here, Madam. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you.